talking so much about the snow as well as the blizzard warnings, we have to remind you that there is a serious severe weather threat along with Kayla. We're looking at torcons for some parts of 5 on a scale of 1 to 10.
So that means a tornado outbreak is certainly a possibility as we look to places like Tupelo. The timing for you guys anywhere from noon till 10 o'clock when we could see tornado development. Also watching Memphis, that's a 50% chance of seeing tornadoes between 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. Tuesday. And then for Tuscaloosa, Alabama, 4 is still pretty significant chance. So between noon and midnight, we need to be on alert mode and make sure we have a way to get those warnings, especially during the late night and overnight hours, Jen.
That's right. And we shift from the severe weather threat back over to our big story, of course, that is Kayla. We look at 2 areas. We have Park City, Utah, as well as Colorado Springs, Colorado. And from about an hour ago, I have to tell you that the road is actually a bit more covered in the Colorado Spring view that you're seeing on the right-hand side of the screen. Temperature 27 degrees. So on the radar, we're seeing that snow coming down, but it's really going to start to pile up as we go. Does it seem like every time we have looked at a live camera today?
I'm getting dizzy. The camera keeps spinning around.
What is it? Is it something
maybe they're watching us from Park City, having a little fun with us, Jen.
It seems like so many parts.
But you know, Park City is a ski town, right? And we are loving all this fresh powder. Just getting there might be a challenge. You've got 15 degrees in Park City, so please use caution. Let the plows get through and do their thing.
Yeah, the roads actually look a little bit better there. Well, Winter Storm Kayla is barreling towards parts of the Midwest as well as, of course, the plains. And we do know that 17 million people are under some type of winter weather alert this morning. Mike Seidel is live outside of Denver, Colorado, and actually Aurora. And say that again. We're going to actually update this first, and then we're going to get to Mike. But we look at the blizzard warnings as we show you for Grand Isle as well as into Sioux City. This is the blizzard warning area that we're following. We're expecting these winds at times to be sustained or some of those gusts up to 35 miles per hour, meaning whiteout conditions you're not going to be able to see, and visibility is going to drop down to a quarter mile. So you can see where Kayla is in the southwest. It's eventually going to be making its way over towards the east. As it does, it's going to be kicking out more snow. We look at some of these areas like Las Vegas, just to the north, in those higher elevations, even to the south, the snow's been coming down. Some of these locations right around 3,000 feet. And then we move over towards the east, Albuquerque, Santa Fe. This is where the snow is. It's going to pick up in intensity as we go throughout the afternoon. And then we look at areas like Denver and Aspen. Denver right now, it's not snowing there, but it is knocking on your door, just kind of kissing the area. As we zoom in right along 70, these are the areas where we're going to be looking at problems, as well as even into 25. So again, we do know that Winter Storm Kayla is going to be impacting millions and millions of people. And of course, we had to send our Mike Seidel out to Denver, Colorado for this big snowstorm. He is actually in Aurora, Colorado, and he's going to update us on everything that is happening there.
So far in Metro Denver this morning, just a dusting of snowfall. You can see how it's sticking on the side of the ramp here, but on the traveled surfaces, it's just asphalt. They've heavily treated and put down brine solution on these roadways out here in Aurora. We're on the east side of Denver. And in the background there, that's Pena Boulevard. That's the road about 10 miles or so into DIA, Denver International Airport. Fair amount of traffic, but a lot of flights have been canceled so far. Nearly 500 in and out of the airport have been scrubbed today, so check with your air carrier. That's over a third of their flights for today. And tomorrow, they've already canceled 75 flights. Now, the snow will pick up in intensity this afternoon into tonight and early Tuesday morning. Could come down moderate at times. That's about a ½ inch an hour. And the wind is going to be a big factor, too. Gusting out here 25, 30 miles an hour. As you get out east of Denver, out towards Lyman and those areas, the eastern plains, we could have gusts 40 to 50 miles an hour, and certainly out there an increased threat of blowing and drifting. Wouldn't be surprised if I-70, some section of that, is shut down between the east side of Denver and the Kansas line. Tomorrow, though, the snow winds down, and that'll be it for the rest of the week as far as any major storminess here in the Mile High City. Back to you.
All right, Mike, thanks so much. Great advice. Check ahead with your air carrier. We've got cancellations already and likely delays, too, with the de-icing going on and just clearing out some of the runways at some of the airports stretching from Denver through the plains, even over towards Omaha, Nebraska. We're going to have to keep a close eye on you guys in Norfolk for the possibility of blizzard conditions. So let's show you how much snow we're talking about. Remember, to have a blizzard, it doesn't really matter how much snow you do get, but we do want to show you what you can expect to dig out from. There's 12 to 18 in that darker shade shade of purple. So really in the heart of Nebraska over towards the western portions of Iowa, we do expect more than a foot of snow. That lighter shade of purple, by the way, from about Des Moines over towards Madison, that's more like an 8 to 12-inch snowfall for you guys. In Minneapolis, you're right on the line as far as who gets a lot of snow and who doesn't get as much snow. So we're going to show you that forecast. For now, here's what's happening. Where you see the lighter blue across Wyoming and Colorado, those are light snow showers for the most part. Every once in a while, though, you do get into some heavier snow, reducing visibility. We've been seeing that here across the central portions of New Mexico, where we actually had thunder snow just a few hours ago. So let's take this into the future, kind of our crystal ball. We call this the RPM model, showing you the snow in Denver is still going, dinner time and beyond. As you can see here across the Front Range, here comes the snow through Nebraska. Iowa, as the voting is over with, we're thinking the snow moves in during the overnight hours, so it might be a little tricky trying to leave many areas in Iowa tonight and tomorrow. And then that snow is going to continue to push toward the north and east across Minneapolis, northern Wisconsin. Northern Michigan may get a little bit, but not so much in the southeastern part. In case you're watching from Detroit or the northeast, not as much for you guys. But Jen, as I mentioned, a very sharp cutoff. Minneapolis, maybe 2 to 3 on the northern side, but much more on the south side.
Yeah, we're going to be watching out the threat for severe weather coming up, of course, with Winter Storm Kayla. We will talk more about this right after the break.
This program brought to you by Marathon, fueling the American spirit.